Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Sneakervault. Me, Josh Dunn. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are swell, man, and I hope you guys are enjoying your week, man. So, I want to actually talk about a very interesting topic that's been, let's just say, that's kind of taken the sneaker world by storm. I would like to say the sneaker world by storm, and that's just the death of hype shoes. When I say hype shoes, I mean like what was booming during COVID time, what was booming 2 years ago. Jordan 1s, Nike Dunks, anything Jordan really, anything collaboration really. And the reason why I wanted to chat about this was I was scrolling through Twitter and a good friend of mine, Wasabi, was just saying that he's so happy everything is like now reverted back to how things used to be. And I suppose when things used to be, that was like pre-COVID, pre the last dance, where there was hype getting involved with sneakers, but you were still able to get a lot of shoes, and that's a lot of like how a lot of sneakerheads before got their sneakers, if that makes sense. So I did a little bit of digging, and I think the only other brand that kind of had the hype with them coming back was obviously Yeezy, but that was just because we were kind of cut off. Like the sneaker industry had to kind of go cold turkey from Yeezy, if that makes sense. So it's really interesting to see how, one, what are the most popular sneakers now, and two, what is the future for the sneaker industry. So I did a bit of digging. So I'm on the Nike sneakers website, right? And I can see a lot of, you got the Quiet 54 Air Jordan 2 on here. You got some Air Jordan 2 lows. You got some Jordan 6s. You got some Vomeros. You got some Air Jordan 1 lows. You got some Air Maxes. And this looks like the big bubble. You got some Air Jordan 2 lows, Air Jordan 2 highs, Air Jordan 1s. And a lot of, even you have some of the Drake shoes on here that are sitting. So I want to figure out, why has hype died? Is it because people are now over the hype and are now formulating their own style? Personally, when I say formulating their own style, I mean like they're buying what they like. It's no more all about the hype. Or is it specific drops that have like a way bigger meaning to the person who is buying the sneakers? So for example, let's look at the Chorito. I think it was the Chorito drop, the Nike Dunk. I wasn't too much of a big fan of that specific drop that just dropped this weekend in South Africa. And to be honest, I haven't seen a shoe seller like that for a long time. It looked like there was a lot of hype. I saw the video footage from Baseline Skate Shop in Cape Town, and for the first time it looked like a lot of people actually wanted a shoe like that. Like the last time I was at a raffle like that, I think it might have been for it was the reimagined, one of the reimagined Jordan drops that people really, really wanted, or if it's going to be an OG colorway. So I think like what's happening with hype now is that a lot of the OG colorways are the only colorways that are going to sell out, that are going to create hype. And I think people have just gotten over the quality that brands are tending to bring. If you look at Nike, for big example, the reason why I'm using Nike as an example is because throughout this hype phase, if you're going to look at it from 1 to 5 years, Nike was the biggest pusher of this hype phase. They were releasing most of the heat, and they were releasing all the sneakers that people wanted, whether it was the Armand Manier collaboration, whether it was the Travis Scott collaboration, whether it was the one of the other, if it was a OG colorway that was getting dropped. Nike was pushing that hype wheel, but the only issue where I think a lot of consumers got pissed off was obviously the aftermarket has a huge responsibility for this, but I think it's also the quality checks. I think QC checks, for me, quality checks was a big layer in the dip of hype, because what normally draws hype to people is that something that sells out, right? And then when it sells out, the price doubles or triples. And then you get a consumer who just might be getting into shoes, and they see the shoe via TikTok, social media, and they're like, no, I actually want the shoe. And then they pay 20,000 Rand or 2,000 pounds or $1,000 for a sneaker, and you get the shoe, and now you're looking at the shoe and everything's just nonsense. The quality check, you still have glue stains on it, the leather is horrible, and that can really put you off of spending that money and driving that market. So if the aftermarket is dying, then the market is truly dying. Hype shoes are dying, so a lot of people are just buying shoes that are popular but are very accessible. You know, before we had it on TikTok during COVID, a lot of these shoes were popular, but they weren't accessible. A huge example would this be the ALD 550s, especially in South Africa. A huge popular shoe in South Africa, but it wasn't accessible. So it kind of just died. The hype just died there. And when they eventually just did drop a 550, no one really wanted it. You know, they queued for the first drop. They got the shoe. A lot of people didn't like how the quality was. It wasn't very New Balance-y. You know, like when you buy a New Balance shoe, you kind of expect the quality, and it just wasn't there. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, even now you see the price. A lot of people are priced out. You know, New Balance shoe they just dropped now, the 992s I think, at Shoutfly for retailing for 5299. As a reseller, it doesn't make sense for you to buy it, and as a consumer, it doesn't make sense for you to buy it because it seems like it's a aftermarket price. 5299 for I wouldn't say generally sneaker, but a sneaker is ridiculous amounts of money. You know, a lot of people only willing to pay that amount of money if it's like a designer. Bear in mind, this is made in USA, so the craftsmanship is immaculate, but there's a huge issue that's happening now, and I think that's also affecting the resale market. So you look at, like, just going back to George's tweets, he was saying that resellers are now undercutting each other to make a buck because everyone is feeling the squeeze that the prices are just too much for us, and that it could also be a reason for why the hype is dying. Because I'm looking at a Jordan 6 now on sneakers, and 3,899 rand and 95 cents for a shoe, and like when I look at it, it's literally the only sizes that are not available are UK 11.5 and UK 12. Everything else is available. Now when we look at shoes that would sell out instantly, for example, let's go to a Jordan 1 high. So this is a Jordan 1 black and smoke gray. Normally there will be no sizes that you could make money off of available, so if it got sold out, like the only sizes that would generally just be there would be a UK 3, a UK 3.5, or like a size that makes no sense, like a 17. But the UK 17s are available, but you still got UK 8.5, UK 8, UK 7.5, UK 7, UK 6.5, and those are money making, let's say money making sizes. They're just not selling out. For example, let's look at another shoe that I thought would have sold out immediately. The Sail and Pale Vanilla Jordan 1. If it was 4 years ago, 3 years ago, this shoe would have been sold out in 20 seconds. Literally all the sizes are available, and the quality of the shoe looks amazing, which is like, it's ridiculous that this shoe's still sitting. I'm saying ridiculous because when I started my YouTube channel, this shoe would have never have sat. So is it the reason why people are just buying what they want to buy now, what they deem fit, that fits their person? When I say deem fit, fits their personality, fits their fashion sense, or is it just because we've been outpriced? No one can afford these shoes. Like, I was looking at the, let's go into the Adidas South Africa website. Now, I was still very surprised that when the Wales Bonner collaboration dropped, right, the shoe sold out, which is super cool. I think that's super awesome. You know, I think that's a beautiful thing, you know, because it means people still like it. But I think it's such a cool shoe. It's a different shoe. It's a reason why people wanted that specific Samba is because it's a Samba, and it's a popular shoe now, and it's a new collaboration. No one's really, let's say, people that are into Sambas on TikTok, they haven't really heard of Wales Bonner. You know, they know about the other collaboration before the silver one, but you know, you got on this website, you got the sporty and rich Sambas, which is amazing, you know, and those things are still there. Are they? Wait, man, what am I doing here, guys? On the Wales Bonner on the search brackets. Wales Bonner. Okay. Oh shit, is everything sold out? Okay, yeah. So it's specific. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go to the collaboration section. Yeah. So actually, I proved correct. Like, maybe my thing is a bit correct, but yeah. Like, let's just say, like, I think the driving for Nike shoes are kind of dead at the moment, and Adidas is still there. You know, like, I tried to go on the websites, and I tried to go and see a lot of different things. You know, what's hype and what's not, and you know, like, all of the hype things that I thought I would have seen over here are all gone. So it seems like Adidas is still there. Like, I still wanted to pick up a Wales Bonner shoe, and I can't find it on the you know, the Adidas website, which is like a dope thing. Also sad for me, but dope at the same time. So hype shoes that really did push the hype were Nike shoes at the time. The Jordan, this is Jordan shoes at the time were pushing that, and Nike Dunks, you know. And since that has become way more accessible and the pricing has gone up, people just don't want it. That's just what it's looking like to me, which is okay. I think that's not an issue. That's just how the life cycle of brands can be. More specific shoes, it just can be like that. But it's really interesting with fashion, especially how the cycle of like now Adidas is there again. You know, they managed to stick around with the Yeezy, but now their shit is selling. It's the same thing like how the Superstars and the ZX Fluxes came about, and the Stan Smiths, the reintroduction of the Stan Smiths, and them just introducing the Boost silhouettes and the Ultra Boost 1.0, and how that all picked up, and then using that with everything, and people just consuming all of that. I think that's gonna have another turnaround, and I'm really excited to see what happens with regards to that. So yeah, man, I just wanted to have a chat about just hype in general, and how hype has kind of died with brands that people would have stood outside of the store at like 2 a.m. in the morning waiting for a pair of sneakers. So it's so crazy how that's no longer for those specific brands. So yeah, man, I would love to get your comments on the matter, and what brand do you think is going to be the next big thing that can take people over for the next 5 years, like how Adidas did with their 2013 to 2017 run, and then Nike did from their 2017 to 2022 run, or 2021 run. So I would love to know what's the next brand. But yeah, man, that was me, Josh Dunn. Thank you for an episode of the Sneaker Vault. I'll be seeing you guys. Peace.